Stop me if you've heard this one before. Two billionaires with oversized egos and fairly dim wits step into a White House. And the rest is history. Or as Michael Costa said,
"Oh my God, I can't believe it. The thing that was always going to happen is now happening."
In what can only be described as a text war off two different platforms, Donald Trump and Elon Musk went at each other with hammers and tongs. Only neither of these guys has ever held a hammer in their entire lives. And judging from his waistline and his diet, Trump hasn't even picked up a pair of salad tongs. But in addition to being the best entertainment of the summer, this feud between the Fatfields and the Doughboys is starting to have huge political ramifications, which I'm going to talk about. But first, let's see how it all got started. One can surmise that it all began when Trump tossed Musk out of the White House. Now, Trump always has someone else do the dirty work, but what no one really knew is that it's Melania who actually kicked Musk out of the White House. And Occupy Democrats has exclusive footage. Watch.
Get back.
So after getting kicked out, Musk started rage posting. It started off ugly with Musk posting, "This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination." Ouch, Elon, talk about biting the hand that sleazed you. Then Elon decided to play dirty, posting, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public." Followed by, "Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out." So Trump struck back, and that made Elon go political, posting, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate." Those are some pretty exact numbers, Elon. I can only wonder where you got them from. Trump responded back that he would have won anyway, and before you knew it, everyone was commenting about the escalation.
Any quick reaction on what's going on with Elon Musk and President Trump on Twitter right now?
Oh man, the girls are fighting, aren't they?
But make no mistake about it, Elon's war with Trump is creating a political divide big enough to drive a Cybertruck through. At least this early version of the Cybertruck. For their part, Democrats are getting out of the way and letting this dumpster fire burn. Trump and Elon have already escalated this to canceling Elon's contracts with the government, and Elon saying he's taking his rocket ships and going home, and then calling for Trump's impeachment. At that point, there was too much blood in the water, and so the Democrats posted this on Twitter: "Kill the bill and release the Epstein files." It's clear they are going to make that a rallying cry. This would make the second rallying cry in a week for Chuck Schumer, who earlier in the week staged this rebranding of the big, beautiful bill to follow up on Joni Ernst's really stupid town hall. Wow, first he goes after Ernst and then Trump by retweeting Elon's post about how Trump would have lost without him. Notice the box of popcorn in the upper left corner. It's like watching our little Chucky growing up right in front of our very eyes and learning how to lead. Now, if he'd only grow a pair so that he could really fight back. But it's clear from these postings that the Democrats are going to keep the pressure on and bring down this bill. And because Elon is pressuring the GOP, they stand a good chance. There's already a small group of Republican senators with enough votes to kill this bill. This might just add more to the count. So for once, Democrats are messaging and they're getting out in front with a rallying cry that can work, that people can get behind and push for. So today will be an important day to see how well they follow through. Because, of course, the most important thing about a pressure campaign is that you keep up the pressure. We'll see what they do. But before I close this story, I'll mention that since I've been reporting from Rome, I've gotten a lot of comments from people saying, "Hey, Anthony Vincent, how come if you're in Rome, you're not reporting on how the Italians or the Vatican are reacting to the politics of what's going on in America?" That's fair. So I hustled my Vatican contacts about this Trump-Elon war, and they reported back to me another exclusive that you'll only find here at Occupy Democrats. It turns out that during Mass at the Cappella degli Angeli last evening, the Pope broke off from the regular liturgy and said this, and I'm quoting here in Italian, Il nome del Padre, e Figlio, e il Spirito Santo. Now, my translation of that is this. In the name of God, people, when are you going to just ignore these two clowns and get rid of them? Even God does not recognize them as his sons. Okay, well, that's a rough translation, maybe not exactly literal, but clearly the sentiment was there. Reporting from Rome and the Vatican, I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupied Democrats.